from.
Canada, mate.
Yeah. All right. So, what part of Australia do you live in?
We're up in Cairns, North Queensland.
North Queensland? Is that near Brisbane?
Yeah, north of Brisbane, up near Cairns. Right up the peak, up the top, yeah.
Okay, is that near the Gold Coast or?
Further up, further up the highway more, yep.
Okay.
About another 2,000 Ks.
Been through all that area not too long ago. Gonna be down in, I get there every year, but I go Melbourne, Brisbane, Gold Coast. I like Sydney also. That Sydney Harbor area is nice, but I'm a tourist though, you know.
You are?
Well, I mean, I do business there, but
you
know, I don't know the area. But it's great to meet you. I'm sorry we're on a little bit of a limited situation. I was on the road for 8 days, just got back this weekend, and I'm getting caught up. But I want to hear your story, and let's see if we can come up with some forward action here. So can you give me the quick overview, and then we'll talk from there.
Okay, no worries. Well, just North Cairns, we've got 19,500 acres, a station there. We've got a creek running through it about 25.
When you say we've got, does that mean you own that?
We own, yes, yep.
19,000 acres. Wow, that's impressive.
It's a pretty big block, yep. It's got a creek running right through it, Kev. It's about 25 kilometres long. With the creek, we've had a contract with a few years ago who got the dump trucks through. I was only out the haul road the other day, one of the boys, and they had excavators in the creek with dump trucks getting all the material out of the creek. He's now got a stockpile up there about 200 feet high, where there's been remnants of gold there as well. We've got likes of gemstones and quartz there. So where you find gemstones and quartz, you find gold. We're finding gold on adjoining properties as well. But the stockpile's been put up there. It's about 200 feet high. It's way up above the trees. We haven't done nothing with it. The guy then took ill, so he couldn't finish the contract. And
what was he doing again? Say it one more time.
He was going to dig for gold.
Digging for gold, right.
For gold on the place, yeah. It was panned in the 1920s with the Chinese were just doing it with the pans, the hard way.
Right.
And hasn't been touched since.
Okay.
We've also then got 15,000 donkeys, 13,000 jennies in the foal with 2,000 jacks. And we own the adjoining property as well, which we're going to set up an abattoirs there. So we would buy all the young stock off the investor who buys the station and the donkeys. As the young stock come along, we would buy them off him, grow the young males out for 2-year-old, process them through the abattoirs, and then the young jennies will set them up for another object we've got set up. This is 5 stages, Kev. This is the first stage we're doing now. So we're just looking for someone to purchase the property off us now with the donkeys, and then we're going to set up about 5 dairy farms, then the abattoirs. So it's about a 5-stage program.
Okay, so stage 1, you want to sell the real estate, and there's 15,000 donkeys?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. And you own all those free and clear?
We own them all, yep, ready to go. Yep.
I mean, what does 15,000 donkeys cost to buy, by the way, just to get, you know?
Well, I've been selling the jennies 1,500. I've sold them over to Thailand for 3,500. So they vary.
Okay.
We sell a lot around Australia for a lot for protective, like for goats, cattle, sheep, for a lot of guard dogs, you know, because the wild dogs, the dingoes,
right,
they're very nasty with them sort of things, and a hell of a lot for pets, you know. A lot of people want for pets. I mean, they're really the go now, the goats, but yeah. But with the male donkey, the ELJIO in the skin, what we call a donkey fat, it's called the ELJIO. There's a red capsule out for the ladies' bad period pain that's used from that, and then there's a Viagra for the men. It's also used for that. Ladies and men's creams for wrinkles in their faces. It's got many medical, which is another stage we're going to go to down the line. Yeah.
So what is a donkey? Tell me the cost of a donkey.
The jenny's about 1,500 and the jacks are about 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, just doing the math there, if you've got 15,000 donkeys, that's like $15 million worth of donkeys.
Yeah. 21,500 we've got. Yeah, in 21,500,000.
And so did you buy those
Yes.
free
Yep.
and clear for cash.
Yeah.
So,
We've been doing
you
this
got some big cash tied up in this property,
a lot.
obviously.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
Now,
contract master.
what's your background to be able to go buy, $15 million worth of donkeys?
Yeah. Well, I'm a contract musterer, and we've been doing this for quite a few years now. We muster the wild ones out the Northern Territory.
Right.
And that's where we've been a breeding program for the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Just been running out the territory, breeding up to get the numbers up. That's why we've come up to those figures, because you've got to get a substantial number to make it worthwhile.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's been a slow process, but it's a lot of money just been going back in, not much coming out,
Yeah. So phase one, you'd like to find somebody to actually make an acquisition, but
Yes.
do you need that, or could you go to phase 2, 3 without that acquisition?
We really need phase one to go off first. Yeah.
Let me ask this. Do you have a lien on the land with a bank or?
Yeah. No. Yeah. We do. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
It'll be paid out.
So does anybody put liens on animals?
No.
So you got to pay. You got to buy those outright for cash.
Outright. Yeah.
And that's why you're looking to make some kind of a deal here, because you put so much cash into some of the assets you've got.
Exactly. The abattoirs, Kev, is going to cost us probably 10 million upward, 10 to 12 million to set the abattoirs up. That's on the adjoining block of land. So we've got 250 acres next door to this block, next to the station. So that's where we'll set up the abattoirs there. Then we're going to, I've got my own trucks, but we're going to expand more on the trucks. We're going to probably another 12 trucks as well. So, there's money going out in all directions. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So if you had any bites, are you talking to anybody interested at this point so far?
We have been, but nothing over the line. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. A lot of dreams, Kev,
Yeah. So now, do you have any geological reports that would indicate that there may be some gold up in that land that you've got?
We do not. We haven't investigated that at all. There are 6 major gold mines up here in Queensland alone, just Queensland, and there's gold being found in adjoining properties. As I say, that when there's gemstone and quartz, it's a good indication that you'll find gold. But I haven't delved into the gold myself. I'm not sort of.
Is your land? Are you able? Is it just? Do you have to sell it to one person and that's it, or could you sell off, pieces of land?
Yeah, no, just the ones under one permit, the one title. Yeah, you have to sell off the one.
Okay.
Or a group of,
I'm trying to get creative here.
Yeah, I understand.
Maybe you could sell parcels to individuals, because how much is the land worth in total?
There's 50 million on the land, and
21 million.
And 21 million on the donkeys.
And how much of a lien do you have with the bank on the land?
Well, just over $1 million now.
Just $1 million?
Yeah.
And it's worth. How much did you say it was worth? 50 million. 50. So you only have $1 million lien, but it's worth 50. You got a lot of net worth there.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, we put a lot into it. Yep.
Okay. And so now, if you sold it, and then you want to start digging for gold. Then is that the next phase?
No, that's the people whoever buys it, the investors who buy it. It's up to them to dig for the gold.
Gotcha.
We would have nothing to do with the gold. I've had people come up from Melbourne, and they've told me there would be, how I don't know, but they've told me there'd be between $200 million to $600 million worth of gold there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know nothing about gold, but
Okay. So now, how many acres did you say again? I got to get some notes.
19,500.
19,500 acres.
Yep.
All right. Now, do you have? I'm sure you've got some kind of a write up on this, I need to get a list of the assets here.
Yep.
Okay. So could you get me something on that?
Yeah, I can email them out to you.
Yeah. I've got some money people down in Melbourne I could run this by.
Yep.
Look, this is not my sweet spot as an investor.
Yep.
I do a lot of investments, but I'm a product guy. I invest in sometimes some technology, software, even pop-up. I'm doing some pop-up retail stores in India right now. But It's a real estate investment like this in Australia is not my sweet spot, but I've got some good connections down there.
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
that's what I was going to hope to leverage. Okay. So if you could send me the kind of an asset sheet.
Yep.
And then sort of are people, and are they looking, what else are people looking for when you're talking to them? Just for me to know and ahead. So the folks that I'm going to talk to might be requesting some of the same things you've already had requests for.
Yep. Well, tourism is a big way up here. I've got an Abbott and Downing stagecoach imported from Alberta. Something like that set up there with campfires, nighttime mustering. I mean, we take people out mustering now at nighttime.
Right.
It's something that people just don't do and can't do. You've got to be connected to do that. But there's an opening for that, There's a mob of Brumbies running on there as well. But we trap the donkeys overnight as well as day.
Right.
People out and that sort of thing. It's another little money earn,
Gotcha.
There's a lot of trees and that on the place where the government are giving you a government grant, having the trees, looking after the fresh air. It's all an income, it all adds up.
So now, I mean, I understand you want to sell everything, but what if somebody came to you and said, look, we'll put up the money to dig for gold, but we want you, to allow us to put something together here and maybe give it a test, in some part of your land. Is that something that you've been pitched, or you would entertain, or you just want to do a sale or nothing else?
We prefer to do a sale because I had a meeting today with some agents looking at the farms. Other farms want to set up for the dairy side of things, so I've got to go and inspect some more farms on Wednesday with them. So if I could sell this now, I'd just clean cut that, and then I could move on to the next stage. So that would free me up.
Right.
You can't have too many fingers in all the pies, Kev.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, I mean, it's you're looking for something that's very niche because a buyer for 19,000 acres and $70 million worth of between land and animals is a very unique and kind of a niche buyer. But having said that, hey, that's what you're here for Pitch Investors Live, to see if there's somebody out there that might have interest in something like this. So we've got to get some networking going down there, and I'm gonna reach out to the folks that I do business with. I've got some pretty heavy duty guys down in Melbourne, and I'm gonna reach out to them. But I need to get your asset pack first.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do that. And then we can double back around, either later in the week or whenever, whenever it is. Okay. Get the details of that sent back through to Diane at our Pitch Investors Live.
Yep.
And we can then follow up after I reach out to my guy down in Melbourne.
Okay. Great stuff.
All right.
Be a good little investment for GC.
What's that?
Be a good little job for GC. Oh, Granty.
Oh yeah. How about that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, buddy. Well, listen, it's great meeting you. And, next time down there, how far is New Zealand? It's only I know it's close, but what is it, about a 4-hour flight?
Oh, I suppose it wouldn't be that far. Yeah, it's not that far from Australia.
Okay. So I may be in New Zealand coming up here soon.
Yeah.
If I did, it'd be nice to maybe be able to jump over there and say hello.
Yeah, for sure. I've got a good airport here in Cairns, so good.
Okay, great.
All
right. Well, look, good talking to you. I'll look for your stuff, and congratulations on pulling everything together. And we'll see if we can find the right kind of connection for you.
Thanks,
Pitch
mate.
Investors Live. Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Kevin. Good on you, mate. See you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.